found out about the leadership team that was in place, started investigating us, and said, man, you guys have a massive, massive volcano you're sitting on with the type of people that you have. And we actually sat down with Eric and really created a scenario that we believe was ultra, ultra, ultra fair from Eric's perspective. You know, I mean, Eric speaks all around the country. He's actually in Vietnam speaking as well this weekend, and he's actually there now. And he really goes all over the place because his program that him and his partners have designed are quite unique for the home-based business owner. Many years of experience with IRS and tax law and the whole gig, and he just said, you know what, the two programs that he markets, Rocket Recruiter and the Expense Tracker, he markets in his space for $300 a year. And we are now at a point after the Chicago event for the one-time event fee, and we extended that for another week for $99 a year. He was gracious enough to make these two bundled products that really is going to revolutionize the way that we contact people, the way that we talk to people about their lives and what we're going to offer people. So instead of the $300 a year that he gets in his space, he's offered it to us, Team One Power Play, because he knows where we're going. He believes in us, and so we have this available for $140 a year, which, again, is 100% deductible as a business owner. We all have expenses. Most people, my experience has been, Yvonne and I have seen many people get involved in these different companies, and everyone says the same thing. They talk about, hey, you can take advantage of tax benefits and you can save money. All you got to do is have a good accountant. Well, the fact of the matter is most people do not take advantage of the savings that are available to them because they don't have any guidance. They don't have an application. They don't have a program. They don't have a system to do so. And that's where we feel these particular products and apps come into play to help all of us where we have been before in the past with our warm market, and what we can offer people is substantial. So we're very excited about the offer that Eric made us, and it is available, and we believe that obviously sponsoring people is the first part of it, but in order to take advantage of what we promote, save thousands of dollars a year on your taxes, that's where the Expense Tracker application really comes into play. Okay, that's the mechanism, that's the catalyst that makes that statement real. It allows you to save your money that you're currently giving away. You don't have an accountant, because most accountants are not schooled in home-based businesses as well. So this application is really where the value comes into play. Love Rocket Recruiter, understand Rocket Recruiter is really designed from a belly-to-belly standpoint, where you're with somebody on your iPad, or you have your laptop, or you have your cell phone with you, and you can show people the benefits of what they can save or what type of money they can keep for their families just by filling out the first basic 5 categories, the most 5 common categories of the tax benefits through owning your own home-based business. So what we're going to do tonight is we're just going to share with you some of the aspects of what we've experienced here in talking with folks, and we're going to talk to you about really what we call the gourmet coffee mixer, which is really just, again, that's in phase 3 of the offline training section, where you can go down there and look at what is a gourmet coffee mixer, what are all the supplies that you need to actually have a successful mixer, what's the flow of the meeting, okay? And that's all there in your back office at T1, but we believe that with these 2 programs and app, we've really revolutionized the way that we can talk and communicate to people. And so we really just kind of want to share with you tonight the reality of how a meeting flow has been working for us, and how it can work for you. Okay. And before we get started into the actual flow, you know, there is not a right or a wrong or a good or bad or different or indifferent way to do these meetings. This is just suggestions that we've experienced that have proven to be very relatable and very successful. And so some people go, well, you know, do you have all the products out in front exposed to the people before the meeting? Do you keep them hidden in the background before? Do you serve coffee before? Do you serve it, you know, during the middle of the meeting or at the close of the meeting? That's going to be for you to experiment, you know, on your own. My personal opinion is I like the idea of smelling coffee in a Rocket coffee mixer in the room without serving it before. Personally, some people go, well, I like to serve it before, blah, blah, blah. But again, it's all a matter of personal preference. There's not a right or there's not a wrong, okay? Some people say, I like to have the products exposed all out with the brochures, and that's great too, okay? My personal opinion is I like to see this stuff kind of set aside, to be honest with you, to the point where they're not coming in the actual meeting place, whether it's an apartment or a home or a condo or a clubhouse or an office, you know, location, where they're coming to hear about a couple of key points of why they're here. And that's really what we're going to talk about tonight, is the actual flow of a Rocket coffee mixer. And so what we do is the same thing. It's a very relaxed atmosphere. The other night, you know, it's Florida, it's summertime. We're obviously not in suit and ties. It's actually wearing a pair of Tommy Bahama shorts and a Tommy Bahama shirt with some, you know, some sandals, and you know, just kind of being relaxed with what we're at. And so the dress code is really, you know, based on where you're at. You can wear a slack. It doesn't really matter. You just really want to be yourself based on who's coming. But the idea is to look, whatever you're wearing, look professional. So with that, when we get everybody, hey, it's time to get started, we either have the host introduce the speaker, or the host could literally be the speaker, okay? In this case, we've been the speaker / co-host, and we've used the co-host as a testimony, as one of the testimonies at the end of the meeting. But what we really do is we kind of get everybody in a situation where we, you know, welcome everybody and appreciate you taking time. This is not going to take a lot of time out of their life, because really what we're talking about tonight, of why you're here, there's two aspects of you coming here tonight that you're going to learn about. And we talk about those two aspects is, number one, being informed versus being uninformed. And we talk about the two tax systems that are available in the country, okay? And so we use our example. We kind of share, like, you know, Yvonne and I were really kind of, we've heard this before, but we really never knew. We come to find out we were really uninformed about the two tax systems that are available in the country. We were actually kind of shocked, quite shocked, to find out what we were actually losing when it came to money leaving our household. And we talked to the people about our primary objective is to help as many family members, friends, become informed about how much money they're actually losing every year by being uninformed about the two tax systems, and how to get people to keep your own money in your own family's pocket versus giving it away in taxes to the government. And that's the first reason why you're here, okay? And at that point, we transition into a little 3-minute video that everybody will have access to here. We will promote it on top pays and via email that Eric does, that he showed a little bit of it, but it was a different video in Chicago. And we kind of roll into the informed versus uninformed in the two tax systems video with Eric. And Eric rolls, he talks about the whole tax systems, the whole this, the benefits of home-based business, and what the average family is giving away and losing by not owning their own home-based business. So when the video's over, what we do is we simply recap and say, I'm sure that makes a lot of sense to most of you in the room, like it did Yvonne and I. And what we want to do is we want to take the time to share with you, to show you what savings are available to you based on your life and what your family's needs are based on what you do. We break out our cell phones, okay, and we actually show them the Rocket Recruiter application on our cell phones. If you have one person there, very simple. If you have two people in the room with cell phones with the app on their phone. The more people you have equipped going into the Rocket Coffee Mixer, obviously, the better situation you're going to be from the standpoint of sitting down next to somebody. And we're kind of explaining to people, look, here's the basic top 5 business deductions, tax savings that are available to people who own their own home-based business, okay? And we go right down the line of the top 5. We tell them these are the national averages. If you'd like to take the phone, I give them the phone, and you want to just punch out the number and go off the top of your head. If you drive more than 15,000 miles a year, or you happen to spend more than $4,000 a year on vacations, and you spend more than $400 a month on meals and entertainment for your family, great. Feel free to punch in your numbers. And that literally takes a little tiny bit of time for people to actually do that, so they're actually engaged with hearing about the introduction, seeing the video. They now have a cell phone or an iPad in their hands, and they get to punch in their numbers. And we encourage it. We're saying, look, we have seen people that just really are right at the average, $484 a month, right at $5,000 or $6,000 a year, which is the national average. We've seen people that are at $600, $700, $800, $1,000+ a month based on their current scenario with their life and these deductions that they're just not aware of, okay? And at that point, when we get some numbers and we get some people to go, hey, I was at 612, I'm at 784, and we say, look, that's only the beginning, okay? Now what we want to do is we want to transition, and we want to talk about the reality. Again, remember, you push the application, you can save it, you can send them an email, they can have a report sent right to them. It's going to be in their email box on their cell phone right there. They'll be able to review it at night and go home and tweak it and get more excited about keeping their money versus giving it away. So after we do the app, what we do is we recap and we talk about Team One Power Play, who we are. We're a group of entrepreneurial men and women from all different backgrounds, and we've been studying the home-based business industry for the last several years. We have collectively over 100+ years of experience. Mid to high 8-figure income earners amongst the team, and we basically just say, we've studied the industry to the point where we were actually looking for the best solution for the masses of people to take advantage of. Not, it has nothing to do with we're talking about age, no restrictions on your age, your gender, your race, your background, whatever you've done or haven't done before. None of that matters. So what we've done is we've studied this industry, and what we found is there's not much out there that we wanted to endorse, and we found the perfect home-based business that the masses of people could take advantage of. And this is why we see the majority of the top income earners around the industry coming to what we call our business called SoZo. Okay, and there's a reason why everybody's coming here. There's a reason why people are flocking to this home-based business. And what we want to do is we want to show you our SoZo story now to help you understand how you can set up your own home-based business with SoZo, so you can begin saving and giving yourself an immediate pay raise. So what do? We click the video, we play the SoZo story, which used to be sozopresentation.com. Sorry for the confusion or any inconvenience that has caused anybody, but the reality is we play the SoZo story, which is the 12-minute overview. When that video is done, we spend a few minutes recapping the strong points about why SoZo is the next legacy build company. We talk about corporate leadership, we talk about Mark Adams, we talk about retention. We talk about retention, obviously, because that's something that the industry has struggled with for decades, and we have the solution. We're the only people that are doing what we're doing. We talk about SoZo winning the Rising Star Award this year at the Direct Sales Association convention, and there's reasons why that's happened. With Mark's leadership, all the good things about him, the platform that's been established with Best in Class. We talk about the amazing story. Most people don't really know the coffee bean is a seed inside of a fruit, and that the fruit produces the most potent antioxidant known on the planet. So we have a great story, great corporate leadership. We have worldwide exclusivity. Us at SoZo, your own home-based business has the only ones that will ever have access to the coffee berry extract and this unbelievable antioxidant through the product lines that we offer of coffee, energy drinks, and nutritional beverage. We talk about the best-in-class 3 verticals, as they just saw. We don't spend a lot of time on it. We talk about no one's ever done the life, the health, the dental, vision insurance. Everyone does the car. Nobody does what we do, up to $4,000 a month, and nobody pays for your home mortgage. So Mark's vision of being uncommon and creating the highest retention rate in the industry of home-based business, that's why people are coming to SoZo. At that point in time, we say, look, let's take a break. Then we pull out the products. We walk over to the area, whether it's a kitchen or if it's a one-on-one or whatever, and they're already smelling the coffee. So now it's time for they've already seen the coffee. 1 cup is equal to a fresh cup of blueberries, and so they've seen energy drinks, they've seen the nutritional. So we have all the necessary product that we need to have a successful Rocket coffee mixer. We have little 1-ounce shots, because we're not giving people 3-ounce shots of nutritional beverage. We're not going to give them a 8-ounce can of pomegranate. We're going to give everybody a little taste of what's going on, and people will gravitate to what they like, what their taste buds like. So after we do that, this is the one point that we didn't get to do because Roger and I and Jim and Paul have been talking about, the video that we exposed in Chicago, which was 2 who get 2 who get 2. Do that twice. Find 8 people who want to get their insurance paid for and get their car paid for, and you're in a 6-figure income. Okay, so we are going to be adding that component as the last piece of the Rocket Coffee Mixer, where people will be able to sit down and understand, hey, right now we have a promotion going on. They've already seen the kits, $199, $499, $12.99. We do a little bit of 2 who get 2 can help you actually get your money back, which is 100% deductible as well for you starting your own home-based business, okay? Just like Rocket Recruiter and the expense tracker is. That's all deductible stuff because it's the cost to start your company. So we talk about the 2 who get 2 promo, and then we bring them back, and we really want them to watch the 2 who get 2 who get 2. And once we're done with that, then we have applications available, okay, for people to start filling out. And you know, Roger, you and I were talking a little bit about this today, as I was, you know, with Paul. And I'd like, you know, like for you to share some of your thoughts on how we close after we've done the tasting and we've talked about get two and get your initial money back. You know, boom, boom, quick. And maybe you can kind of share some of your thoughts with where we're going with the applications and based on, you know, timing and positioning and all that good stuff. I'd like the folks to hear from you on that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I've closed a lot of things over the phone and more and more in person. And what I'm kind of discovering, it's there's so much psychology that goes into it, and sometimes it wouldn't matter what you're doing. Here, give me $1, I'll give you 1,000. Let me think about it, right? So there's so much psychology that goes into it. You should really, there's a great way to draw this out of them, because it's like, you know, it's the whole fear thing. We're at the high school dance, and we really want to dance with the pretty girl, and we'd rather stand against the wall, you know, all night long, every single dance, and we're like longing to get out there on the dance floor. And now you have some folks in a clubhouse or a room or an event, and no one wants to raise their hand first. It's, you know, go back to school when, you know, the first week of school or something, when you're in high school and stuff, and teachers say, I know what 1 + 1 is, and you're like, I think it's 2. I'm not going to raise my hand, though. I got my new jeans on, my white sneakers, I'm looking good, right? So you don't want to raise your hand. It's the same thing, you know, how old you get. You don't want to be the first guy or girl to raise your hand up. So you can use kind of a sequential type of event and, you know, ask several leading questions to get at it. Like, did you understand how that works? Like, you saw the auto ship, so the auto ship's going to be like $125 a month, and how much is it to join? Ask some questions to lead to the point you want them to get to, and, you know, what was your tax savings, Mike? My tax, $625. So you're going to get $625 back. Now, do you wait till next April for that? No, I guess I get it this month, right? Yeah, you get it this month. So you get $625 this month, right? Yeah, okay. Now, the auto ship, I don't know if you picked it up in that video, that's going to be about $125. Okay. So let me ask you something, Mike. Do you want to do $125 out the door, right? Coffee, juice, all this stuff here you're drinking, you love it, right? You love it. Okay, do you want to do that? $125 is a great product coming to your door, okay? And then you get $600 more at work. Does that make sense to you? In fact, what's the net on that, Mike? 600 times 125. How much is it? $475. $475. What are you going to do with that money? Let them dream about it. What are they going to do with that money? And don't let them off the hook there, okay? Because I don't know. They're going to want to get off the hook. Why don't you do it 4 cents? How much is the car payment, Mike? 3. Well, that's gone. Okay? So, and then at that point you're leading up to, you'll have somebody hopefully sitting there with paper applications right there, and okay, Mike gets it. Hold on up, Mike. Go over there. Lucy will set you up. Okay, Sheila, what was your savings, Sheila? $946. Okay, now, you love the coffee, right? So I can take 2 cups. And they just go person by person by person like that through that, and they're all smiling, they're over there, and now Mike is separated over there filling out the application. He doesn't care not sign up right there. He's isolated. He's by himself. He knows that the whole room's kind of looking at him behind his shoulder, and he's not, hey, don't have any money. I don't have any. He's not going to do that. Okay? So those are just some closing points. Now, this is just my mind. I haven't put them into practical results. Terry's been doing a lot more on the ground. I'll be putting this into play down in Atlanta in the near future at other events that I'm going to and things like that. But back to you, Terry. What do you think? Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And you know what? The idea is there's always the fear of loss factor that comes into play, Raj, which we've talked about. And, you know, you might want to, you know, whether it's the first guy, the second gal, whoever it may be, it could be, who wants to share with us what your basic savings were? Okay, great. Well, the idea is when people start getting their applications filled up and they're stacking, is look, number one person to fill it out is number one. Number two is number two, and that's the way they're going to go in. Okay. So
Yeah.
the idea with that is phenomenal stuff with what Roger says, and it really comes down to this really is a psychological approach where we all collectively need to unite to say, hey, if we are passionate about your success, it starts off first and foremost with I have to help my mother, I have to help my father, I have to help my parents, my grandparents, my uncle, my sister, my brother, my neighbor, my best friends, people that I'm associated with. We have to share the good news, and that's how you create the movement when it comes to, hey, informed or uninformed. Here's been our experience. Look what our number was. We're flat out excited. Boom. It's almost like a no-brainer for people because it's an immediate, you're pulling on the heartstrings of North America right when you're talking to them because everybody goes, I was talking to a gal yesterday at my friend's house as I was getting my brakes done, and she's been in SoZo. Okay, her name's Janine. And I was telling her about she hasn't done anything, and she just got a new car. Her air conditioner just broke in her house. She was spending the night at my buddy's house, which is her sister, and my buddy's wife's sister. And I said, Janine, have they talked to you about Rocket Recruiter and the expense tracker? And I just showed it to her on my phone, and I started talking to her, and her eyes were like, she was like, what? What? What do you mean? I said, yeah, look, take this. You drive 1.5 hours to work every single day, and every single day back, an hour and a half. The tolls that you are accumulating, which you have to pay for yourself, the wear and tear on your car and the maintenance. I said, do you know how much money you're losing every year? She goes, what do you mean? I said, here, take the phone, punch in just an estimate. Don't kill yourself. Just punch in these top 5. She's completely blown away. She's not on auto ship. I said, all you have to do is re-engage, show intent, and you can immediately give yourself a pay raise on top of the paycheck you're getting currently through this system. Complete light bulb goes on after about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and it was just a game changer. And that's when I said, you know what? We've known this. We knew this was the game changer. We've been talking about and saying the word game changer for the last 3 months. And people are going, yeah, whatever, upline rhetoric, upline rah-rah, here comes the new one. What's it going to be? And the fact is, folks, is we don't know what else to bring to the table at this stage of the game. The last thing I will tell you, as Roger, talked about the close, is we are going to be offering one last funnel. We know that, My Coffee 365, people got a lot of results from it. We know it's not exactly the way we want it. We know we're missing the two who get two video. We know My Energy doesn't have an intro video, and the two who get two get two. We know My Wealth doesn't have the intro video, and the two who get two get two. We get it. But the fact is, the last funnel we're going to give you folks, which is not live, you can go to the website if you want, but you're not going to get anything, kind of like SoZo presentation. But the fact is, it's going to be called Your Money 365. And that's our message, is helping family members, friends, and communities across North America keep their money instead of giving away to the government. That really is that's their job. They're doing their job. So if we do our job and we create a movement and we teach people how to be informed about the two tax systems, employee versus employer, we've done our job. And we've done something special, and we will create a movement beyond, because we give people not just words anymore. Hey, you can save money on your taxes. No one knows how to do it, but you know what? It's a great concept. It's like telling people, hey, Roger, you should really go skiing in the Rocky Mountains. And Roger says, oh, really? Where should I go? So I'm going to tell you what. Before I tell you where to go, check this out. The snow is like soft silk champagne powder. So soft. The sky is a different color blue. The smell in the air is different. the peaks scream out from the ground from millions of years of just developing. It's gorgeous. Roger says, where's the best place to go? And I said, well, to be honest, we've never been, but I've seen it online and a picture, and it looks phenomenal. And that's exactly what we've been doing, people have been doing about, hey, you can own your own home-based business and you can save thousands of dollars a year, but no one shows you how to do it. We have the solution. So our last funnel is going to be very simple. It'll be the video I just told you about, Eric Tippett's. You'll recap it. The next phase will be this. It will be online. Rocket Recruiter is a belly-to-belly application, okay, that you do face-to-face like we just told you. But in the funnel, we're going to have a thing called Top Tax Estimator, which will do the exact same thing as the belly-to-belly Rocket Recruiter app, but you'll be able to send your brother from Seattle when you live in Florida, and you'll get with them online and say, you online? Good. Go to this website. I'm going to show you something that we were just floored by. We had no clue. We've heard it before. We had no idea. They watched the video. They fill out their numbers. They watched the 12-minute presentation. I'll call you back in 20. I'm so anxious, brother, to hear what your savings is going to be. It's going to blow your mind. And that's the way it's going to flow. So we're excited to launch that. No reason to ask on top, hey, when's the funnel going to be ready? It is being tweaked right now. We're excited about it. This is go time, go time, go time. We got a great promotion going on, two who get two. We can really blow this thing up, and we are going to blow it up. And I really do appreciate the folks that have sent the information in about their Rocket coffee mixer going on right now. And now you have a very good flow. You'll have the video. You'll be able to download it on your desktop if you don't have internet access like we didn't have Friday. You just need to have it available. And you'll have Rocket Recruiter with you. If you're online, if you have multiple people with computers, you can go here, boom, go right to yourmoney365.com/your name, and bingo, they can punch in their numbers and go to the next person, the next person, the next person, the next person, the next person. You have an army of people out there with laptops and iPads and everything else, and it is a win-win proposition. So with that, Raj, I'm going to clamp down and say, we appreciate you taking your time to be here. We appreciate your guys.
I'm sorry.
Please take it.
You said too many great things, and my mind's racing as you're saying these things. And if you'll permit me, I'd like to touch on just a few things that you said.
Please do.
You were talking about this movement, and just as you were coming into this movement, I was envisioning this the video we ran in Chicago where crazy guys out there dancing by himself, and then two people come over, and a lot of you guys have seen this on YouTube, and then a group comes over. It's a movement. Now, a lot of you guys and gals, unfortunately, are going to sit back and watch Donald Bradshaw put in there, who he brought in with the Rocket Recruiter, and Dave Warden, who he brought in and brought in and brought in and brought in and brought in. Well, you wait and wait and wait and wait until it's commonplace and it's comfortable that everybody in the country's doing and everybody in SoZo was doing and our team's doing, having massive success. Don't do that. Again, I'm a logic guy. Now we talked about this party. I'm saying, hey, get the person to raise their hand, ask them some questions, have them go over to Lisa in the corner and stuff like that. And sounds good. Sounds good. Takes a little bit of tenacity, right, to do that. And you might be saying, well, I couldn't do that. Okay. And I've talked before, without the Rocket Recruiter and everything else, I've talked before about, and you guys have been through this, you're on a call and you say everything right, it's brilliant, and you love the coffee, and the person loves the coffee, and email me some more information. I'll think about that. Or, you clean the house and you have them over and they have the part, okay, I'm going to go talk with Jane, right? And they leave, and you spend all that time with next to zero results. And I talk about getting people out of the way because SoZo and health benefits and the health insurance and everything we have is so good for them. And you just have to get them out of their own way. And I've talked about that before. Maybe you said, well, maybe it's not absolutely good for them. It costs them money. But no, it doesn't cost them money, okay? So getting them out of their way, putting them in the corner and putting shackles on, whatever you have to do, getting them out of their way is so pertinent and important now because there's no arguing. It's you know, I was talking to Terry earlier, and one of the things he was saying at the gourmet coffee mixer was, do you think you know 2 people who might be interested in this? And I said, well, let's take it a step further, and if they say yes or they say no, well, let's go get those 2 people. If we can't, it doesn't matter, because you're going to get all your money back in the first month just by writing this stuff off anyway. So we'll take a shot at putting some people in here. But if it doesn't work out, whatever. It doesn't work out, but you're making money anyway. So I want to touch on that point. You really have to step up now, okay? Now, last night's call, I said it's down to 2 things with this Rocket Recruiter. It's down to you're not getting it, or you have this fear. And one person, I won't say who it is, but I'm helping them now, raised their hand on Facebook, private messaged me and said they're scared. So to me, this situation is so perfect that there's a fear factor, and we can help you with that. We really, really can. I don't know about Terry, but I didn't come out of the womb going, hey, I'm not scared of anything. You know, and you had to grow into it. And certainly me, I scared of people. I mean, what could be worse? And then I go on stage in Chicago and stuff like that, and did an okay job, but I did it. You know, I stepped up and I did it. Now, Terry was also talking. I mean, go on, Terry. We just brought up so many points. We're talking about the Alaska, or I'm sorry, the Colorado and stuff like that, and how when you're going out to Colorado, you know, you're describing it, but you've not really been there. And I thought you were going to go down a different path with that. And here's the path I envision. I think it's appropriate to this. The path I envision is you're going to go tell your friends and family and stuff, hey, you can save money, you can do this, and you can do that. And they look at you and say, how much are you saving? What's your boss giving? And you say, I haven't done it yet.
That's the whole point.
I haven't done it yet. Well, you're always settled. And boom. You know, so the point is, go do it yourself. Go get the dang pay raise yourself. What more testimonial than you accidentally leave the check stub on the counter, you know, or the 2 prior post, right? So definitely bring that home. And we're so excited. I can't wait to see you down in Atlanta area. I mean, talk about unfair advantage down there. Oh, my goodness. Those folks are all coming in. You know, bring someone to Atlanta, you're all set by their airfare. I mean, what are they going to say? So,
exactly.
There. Just made
no, man, that's awesome feedback and input, and this is what we do. We just bounce back and forth. And I got to tell you, seeing is believing, but doing it, going out on faith, and just saying, well, let's give it a shot and see what our numbers are. Become a professional. We talk about it time and time again. You are now a professional business owner. You are equipped to be a business owner. We suggest you act as a professional business owner and share the good news, because when you do so, I'm telling you, this is the missing piece. This is the game changer, and everyone that's a part of this leadership team is excited about it because it just makes sense. So, hey, let's create a movement. The best is yet to come. Roger, thanks again for your input. Thanks for setting up the slides. And we are out of here. We appreciate you. God bless everybody. Have a great night.
Thanks, Terry.